Hello and welcome back to my car. Same outfit, same day, moments after recording that last video, but different content. So, here's the thought that I was having while I was in the gym, or almost like the realization or reminder that I gave to myself is there will always be fabulous, wonderful clothes. And why that came to mind is I do really love fashion. Like, I feel like I love fashion in a way where when people think of someone who loves fashion, they're thinking of like The Devil Wears Prada. Actually, when I was going to the movies, as I am doing constantly now, when I said to people, oh yeah, I'm going to the movies, everyone was like, oh, you're going to see The Devil Wears Prada too? I haven't even seen The Devil Wears Prada, and everyone's shocked by that. I was going to see I Love Boosters. And to me, obviously they're different, but to me, The Devil Wears Prada is about journalists. They're about, it's about a magazine. It's not about design. And I Love Boosters had that level of, like, these are fashion designers. And the clothing and the styling is very expressive. And I'm kind of, as a creative person in general, I have a lot of breadth. And that really exacerbates my feeling of I'm not creating enough because I have such a wide range of interests. I can't be doing them all constantly. But I say that to say, I can do ready to wear and I like to, but also I like to make things that are very expressive and like the wearable art side of things. That is also very much in my interest. And I feel like I Love Boosters had more of that, with more of the like quirky and eccentric type of fashion and the like surrealism and the symbolism. But anyway, I love fashion, I love clothes. And something that's a mental barrier for me when it comes to my body and any change I go through, whether it's like going up or down in weight, changing shape, any of that, is I have such a severe and strong emotional attachment to my clothes. It takes me years sometimes to get rid of clothes that don't fit or that are like getting worn out. I have a whole gaggle of turtlenecks. If you go through my videos that I make in the winter, you'll probably see them all the time. I have tons of these like thin, lightweight turtlenecks. I love wearing turtlenecks. That are from when I was working at this retail store. And I bought a ton of them like on clearance and with my employee discount. That they would be extremely expensive to replace. And it is extremely hard for me to get rid of them. I have clothes from like years ago that I finally was able to let go of a lot. But there's definitely stuff I have in my closet that I can't wear it anymore because it doesn't fit. And I don't want to be that size again. But I'm like, I want to wear these clothes and I can't replace them. That's painful for me. This attachment that I have to my clothes is so strong that like, it's like, if I could have these clothes again in my current size, I would be happy. But because it's things I can't replace, I am sad. So it's not like I want to change my body for these clothes. It's like my emotional attachment is so strong that I just want to be able to interact with. It's like I want to be able to interact with them again, to finish my sentence. It's like if you were very close to a friend and you drifted apart, and it's like you don't necessarily want to still be their friend, but you're like, I miss those days when we were friends. I miss like the conversations we used to have and like the things we used to do and how happy I was at that time. But for my clothes, I hate giving up and I hate letting them go. And the thing is, like, if I get smaller, a thought that pops up in my mind sometimes is I'll be wearing these clothes that I love, and I'm like, if I get smaller, I will have to say goodbye to these clothes that I love so much that are bigger. And that also stresses me out. So the thought that I had that there will always be wonderful, fabulous clothes, I think was in a way a breakthrough. I'm just having breakthroughs today, or I guess this week. This is the self-discovery that I was trying to do so hard. I really thought I was failing at it. It just needed to take some time. So having that like reminder for myself, I do think that like shifted something in me. I have definitely been working on that and working on like being able to say goodbye to things, and especially my clothes. So I have gotten rid of a bunch of stuff that like I was holding on to for a relatively long time. But I think that barrier just like came down in my mind, that like just understanding if I change, no matter what direction I'm going in, up or down, or changing my shape. I'm working on getting strong. I want muscles. No matter what happens, and just in the course of life, this was something I had in college. An older friend, we're still very close friends, who had said to me, you think that after you're a teenager, like after you're 18 or whatever, you go through puberty, you think kind of this is your body now, but always throughout life, your body will be changing. And I'm really glad that they mentally prepared me for that. Or I don't think I was mentally prepared actually for a second puberty. But this like offhand thing that they said stuck with me in a way that like when I was suddenly like, oh, I look different. What's going on? This idea that I had, this thought that I had, like there will always be fabulous, wonderful clothes that I will feel emotionally connected to, is soothing to me. And it brought down this mental barrier that I had, that I'm going to miss my clothes and I'm going to be so sad when I say goodbye to them. And a lot of people hang on to their like smaller clothes, like as a goal or like aspirationally. I feel like I'm more likely to hang on to my bigger clothes. Like that's something I anticipate myself doing, because I feel like it's easier to get bigger than it is to get smaller. For some people, I know there are definitely people who like they can't get weight to stick to them. I'm not one of those people. I don't think I don't yo-yo. I don't go up and down. I don't think I necessarily gain weight easily per se. I don't know. I don't understand my body. I don't understand my body as it is now, but it's okay. But I feel like I would have a strong temptation to do that. And the other thing is, like, because the fashion industry is environmentally, it's very difficult. The fashion industry is a big polluter. There's this thing people do where they're like, oh, buy it once, keep it forever. And as someone who like very dramatically changed size in a short period of time, when people are like, oh, I keep my clothes for 10, 20 years, whatever, I'm like, good for you that you stayed the same size all that time. Like, obviously, like, waste and like just like getting rid of things and like throwing things away is not great. You don't want to hoard things that you don't use. You know what I'm saying? You know, depending on who you are or like how your body is, you do not have to expect yourself to remain the same size for 10 years. There are people who their bodies do that, or they can do that or maintain that. And there are people that that's not going to happen. I'm also like, my 10 years is going from 17 to 27. So like, yeah, obviously my body's going to change. And going like into perimenopause or menopause, like, yeah, your body's going to change. I do know people who still wear their clothes from high school. I'm like, couldn't be me. I did love the clothes, some of them. I love my clothes from college, some of them. I love my clothes from after college. No, I do have clothes. I did have clothes in college that I really loved. I love them like a friend. All of my clothes, everything I owned is a friend to me. So there is that like sustainability or environmental guilt that I have sometimes when it comes to my clothes and the attachment that I have to them, and not having the ability to keep them for as long as I would want to. And the other aspect is like the wear on them. Like this time last year, I'm wearing my Dochi t-shirt. This time last year, I would not be able to wear this shirt the way that I wear it almost weekly or bi-weekly, depending on how often I do my laundry, to the gym. I get extremely like emotionally attached to my t-shirts, and especially concert or event t-shirts, that I would just not wear them. Last summer, I had a drawer stuffed full of t-shirts and I was not wearing them. And actually, my sister was borrowing them and wearing them like weekly and getting makeup on them, and it was stressing me out extremely. But something this year, maybe it's going to the gym and just like, I used to like to work out in like tight fitting, like supportive tops. And now I like to work out with a loose top and a sports bra on. Literally for a long time, I did not wear t-shirts at all. I like wearing tank tops. Anyway, that's not the point. My attachment to my t-shirts, it didn't go away, but it changed from these are so precious, I cannot wear them, to these are my clothes, and so I very much want to wear them. It changed to such an extent that I even cut up a few of my t-shirts. Like I cropped a couple of my t-shirts, and one of them I did the thing where you like cut the neck out of it, and I am like cutting the sleeves and stuff like that. There's another DIY that I saw recently, very recently, yesterday, on TikTok, where someone like shredded up the whole back of a shirt, and I kind of want to try that one, but I can't think of a shirt that I'm willing to do that to. But whatever. We'll see if I do another t-shirt DIY. I don't want to buy a shirt to do a DIY with, but I think I've DIY'd all the shirts that I'm willing to cut up. So we'll see. Maybe I'll even, you know, everyone's like thrifting, but thrifting is still consuming. And you still spend money. So yeah, to wrap it around, the pressure that I put on myself to, I guess, hold on to these clothes, I'm trying to stress about it less. And, I think I've taken a step towards that today in having the realization there will always be fabulous, wonderful clothes. And I'm a fashion designer and I know how to sew. If it really matters to me that much, I can make it with my own hands. I have the skill to create couture pieces. And you know what? I hate doing that. I First of all, sewing is not a pleasant and calming and relaxing activity. The satisfaction from sewing, I believe, comes in the final product. The furnitures, figurines, statues, things like that, when they're made assembly line style, and one person makes one part, one person makes the other part, that person who could be like this like master woodworker, or not even a master, just like someone who does woodworking, practices this art, the satisfaction of creating the art or creating the product is taken from them in a way, because they do not see the process through from start to finish and then get to see the finished product and feel the same like level of pride sometimes. In some respects, I feel that happening to me as a working designer. It was very hard for me at the start to be okay with creating my design and creating my pattern and then giving it to someone else to cut and sew. That was very difficult for me to be okay. I felt bad in a way, because I felt like I was poorly communicating or poorly executing things, and it was harder to learn how to fix those things because I wasn't doing the sewing by myself. So I feel like I created a lot of like issues and work for other people. And that was like mentally and emotionally a barrier I had to get over actually working in the industry, like not being able to be with my project from beginning to end, and having some sort of like choices taken away from me, even though I hate sewing. It's not like I hate sewing. Once you get in the zone, you're in the zone. But ooh, it's hard to want to do. Well, that was another big tangent, but so like I said, I'm trying to find, not even true. So, like I said, that thought I think will help me to find peace with the idea of saying goodbye to my good friends, every article of clothing that I own. And I hope that will make things like easier for me when it comes time to do that thing. And I think something that like influenced that fact for me is I was driving yesterday, I was driving yesterday and I saw someone wearing something that I was like, immediately I'm obsessed with that. But I couldn't like stop or like try to figure out where it was from. Maybe I will search it. But I just knew it was never going to be in my life, despite how much I loved it. So it missed connections. On Craigslist, I'm just like, you were a skirt. I think that's what like set this thought subconsciously in motion, so that it like burst into my brain while I was in the gym just now an hour ago, because I've been talking. So yeah, that's what's on my mind right now. I simply must go. If you like the video, like the video. If you have something to say, comment in the comments. Let me know about your good friends, your clothes. Follow if you want to hear more of my thoughts and see more of me. Share this video if you think you know someone who would relate to it or be interested in it. Give me a thumbs up. I like when I have likes. Okay, goodbye.